So today I would like to explain about welding. What is welding? So basically, welding is the process of connecting metals or metallic parts together by bringing them close together and heating the material to a condition of fusion or plasticity. So let's move on to the type of welding. So we have 4 different type of welding. Each of it have a different type of welding machine. So this is shielded metal arc welding, or we can call as SMAW. And then we have a gas metal arc welding, we can call GMAW or MIG. We have gas tungsten arc welding, we can call as GTAW or TIG. And last but not least, we have a flat core arc welding, or we can call FCAW. So this is the example of a workpiece, and then they have 5 different type of joint in the welding, which is butt joint, corner joint, edge joint, T-joint, and lap joint. So let's move on to the history of welding. So basically, we have 3 stages in welding history. So we have Bronze and Iron Age. This is the first stage, and then the second stage is in the middle of age, and the last stage is in the 19th to 20th centuries. So basically, in Bronze and Iron Age, we found that the small gold box with pressure lap joint from over 2,000 years ago, and during the Sui dynasty, Chinese metalworkers discovered how to turn iron into steel in 589 AD. At the same time, Japanese metalworkers developed samurai sword through welding and forging steel. Okay, next, in the middle of age, we found that the art of blacksmith was developed and many items of iron were produced that were welded by hammering. And at this stage also, we found that forge welding is actually the welding that advanced at that time, which is still practiced by modern blacksmiths. Last but not least, in the 19th to 20th centuries, SYAHMI discovered the production of N between 2 carbon electrodes using a battery in year 1800. So at the right side is actually the picture of the SYAHMI. So let's move on to basic principle of welding. So in basic principle of welding, an arc is formed between the base material and the consumable electrode, which is constructed of filler material, usually steel, and coated with a flap that protect the weld region from oxidation and contamination by emitting carbon dioxide (CO2) gas throughout the welding process. The electrode core double as a filler, eliminating the need for a separate filler. Basically, welding process are commonly used across a range in industry, includes aerospace, automotive, energy, and construction, among others. Why? Because welding has high strength, sometimes more than the parent metal. Welding also gives smooth appearance and simplicity in design. It can be done in any shape and any direction. Welding also provides a complete rigid joint. So this is 2 different companies that produce bench chair by using welding process. So the first company is Fast Dream Furniture Industry Sedia Berhad, and the right side is from company Abina Furniture Sedia Berhad. Both produce same product, which is bench chair, using the same method, welding process. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Be presenting about fabrication. Sheet metal fabrication is a set of manufacturing process for turning a flat sheet of metal into functional parts or structure. It is a variable prototyping and production method for making robust functional parts. Sheet metal fabrication comprises many different processes, all of which manipulate the sheet metal in different ways. There are many processes that can be used in sheet metal fabrication. These processes can be categorized in 3 categories, which are cutting, forming, and assembly. In cutting, there are laser cutting, water jet cutting, plasma cutting, punching, sewing, machining. In forming, there are bending, stamping, hemming, spinning. In assembly, there are folding, pulling rivet, pressing rivet, self-clinching, fastener, welding, and etc. There are many metals and alloys that can be used for sheet metal fabrication. For example, carbon steel, stainless steel, aluminum, magnesium, bronze, copper, brass, aluminized steel, galvanized steel, titanium, and etc. The practice of sheet metal fabrication can be traced back to Egyptian jewelries, gold and silver workers who were able to craft a form of fabrication that serves as a foundation of technique used today. In early 15th century, the idea of rolling mill emerged in Da Vinci's head. The idea was later brought to life in year 1590, not long after industrial plant able to produce lead and tin plate. Not much progress has been made after that. Until 17th century, manufacturers started to produce cast iron by using pit coal as primary heating source. This technique allowed creation of complex shape. Decades later, the Industrial Revolution created a surge of sheet metal work with new inventions like assembly line and press brake. And slowly, as technology advanced, more and more inventions were brought to life such as hydraulic press and steam hammer. In year 1857, Bessemer converter became the first inexpensive process to mass produce steel. Until 1960, oxygen furnace replaced Bessemer converter. Decades later, air bending became popular. In today, sheet metal industry has been growing rapidly as our technology advanced. Sheet metal fabrication is widely used for industrial and consumer parts, and in specialist industry like automotive, aerospace, energy, and robotics. One of the products produced with this process is car body part. Sheet metal fabrication is selected because sheet metal fabrication is fast and can produce high quality components. It's cost effective, efficient, and very suitable for mass production. There are a large number of processes available with a wide range of structure that can be made. Last but not least, the fabricated parts have high strength to weight ratio.
To present about the milling machine operation. First of all, the milling machine is cutterable at high speed and the work is fed slowly past the cutter. As the work advances, the cutter removes the metal from the work surface to produce the desired shape. There are two types of milling machine. The first one is the vertical milling machine and the second one is horizontal milling machine. Next, in 1860, milling machine invented to reduce hand filling of intricate shapes. Later in 1880, Whitney invented the first milling machine. A bit later, in the year 1880, Elliot Whitney invented a milling machine in New Haven, Connecticut.
Working principle of milling machine. The metal removing operation on milling machine. The workpiece climbed to the table of machine and revolving cutters mounted to the spindle. The cutter revolved at the normal speed and the workpiece fed slowly by the cutter. The cutter teeth removes the metal from the workpiece surface. Industry using the conventional milling is a SATHISH precision technology. It's a manufacturing company which manufactures different kind of material for medical usage, automobile, and many more. Why this process is selected by the SATHISH precision technology? Because it has low capital cost, low electric usage, and low cost of maintenance. And conventional milling machines are very suitable for making a single customized part. Easy to manufacture a big single customized part. And conventional milling machine is a manual operation, so it can manufacture different kind of material at a time. And conventional milling machines are easy to set up of the equipment, such as easy to set coordinates, easy to set spindle speed, and also easy maintenance compared to a CNC machine. Thank you.
I want to explain about ladder. A ladder is a machine tool that rotates a workpiece above an exit to perform various operations. Function of the ladder is to remove the metal from a workpiece to give a required shape and size. There are many types of operation: turning, facing, chamfering, nailing, thread cutting, filling, polishing, grooving, and etc. Basic cutting principle of ladder. A workpiece is rotated about its axis as a single point cutting tool. There are Z and X axes. The work may be held on one or by both ends. So if we use longer workpiece, we need a steady rest. Background and history of ladder. Ladder is an ancient tool and known as a mother of machine tool. In 1718, a Russian engineer Andrew Natov invented a first ladder. Then Andrew Mosley, who developed many improvements in ladder. Today, manually controlled and CNC ladder exists in every manufacturing industries. KUMAR Engineering Sdn Bhd. This company provides comprehensive manufacturing services for business in switchgear, lighting, automotive, and other industries. They are using CNC ladder machine for turning operation, and they select this operation to produce a high quality product. The next is KUMAR Engineering and Trading Sdn Bhd. They are using various types of CNC ladder machine to chatter different sizes of workpiece. They select this operation to produce a good surface finish. That's all for me. Thank you.